Hi, this is Jim from Learning the Ropes, and I'm with Wayne and a very, very ill Dale. Hi, say hi, Dale.
Hello.
Aye, alright, it's Wayne here.
And what we're going to talk about today, Wayne, we've obviously never done this before. Well, I've no anyway, you done one yourself last week. But we're going to talk about last week's AEW, which is the 8th of January. So we're going to go through some of that. Like I say, we've never done this before, so we'll probably just take it as it goes. Right, the opening one match we're going to go through is Hangman and Omega tag match against Private Party. So what was your thoughts on that?
I enjoyed the match. There's a lot of ups and downs in it, and I still Private Party are one of the tag teams. They do a lot of good moves, but
Are they actually going anywhere then, though? Are they actually progressing much? Because they seem to just be filter matches within there, don't it?
and it's like I think it's the. I know that obviously the wins and losses have went back to scratch for the new year, but I think they were something like 50-50 really.
Aye.
So, but they did put on a good show when they are fighting. But Omega still ended up getting the win with a one winged angel on Cassidy, and then obviously with the Hangman Page, he
Aye, that's an angle that I always thought they were going to do something with him because me and you were talking a few weeks ago, and it's as if he was totally lost. There was nowhere. He was never part of anything. He was never in any big matches. He was not no feuds. He was just kind of turning up, wrestling, getting beat, and then that was it. But I think I said to you a few weeks ago that maybe he could be something to do with the Dark Order. Remember the Dark
yeah.
Order? And then I thought, I'm not sure. And then was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago when the Elite were in the ring?
And Beckham them over.
They asked him to
Over.
come into the ring, and he's like, "No, I'm all right. You guys enjoy it," kind of thing. And that's like, kind of, is that him going to leave the Elite? Is he got to turn heel? Is he got to join? I think it'd be great if he joined Inner Circle, just as a, do you know what I mean? If they recruited him, but rather than Moxley, who we'll get to later on. So, what did you think of that match? Was it?
I did enjoy it. Like I said, there was a lot of good moves in it. Again, it was a good opening match. Good solid stuff for both teams.
Aye.
And Omega has on quite a good run at the minute, so he was always probably going to get the win.
I think he got after a bit of a slow start. I don't watch AEW as much as you. I'm going to start watching now because we'll probably do this every week. But I have watched it, but I've never really totally tuned into it.
Aye, well, I watched the Dynamite and I watched that.
But you worked too. That's how
So-
aye. But Amiga, he got after a bit of a slow start, didn't he?
Aye,
I think in the past 4 or 5 weeks he's starting to really come in, like get a bit of momentum now.
he's definitely doing well.
So what about you, Dale? Have you watched any AEW? Be honest.
I watched it last week, but forgot some of it.
Right, we'll just leave that at that then, right? Right, we're going to, like I say, this is going to be quite a short podcast because I've never done it before, so I'm just trying to, learning the ropes, I suppose, isn't it?
Aye, pardon the pun, Jim.
Aye. I was shit with it. Right, second match I've got in here is Rio versus Statlander, who I've never seen before. I've never seen Statlander in my life.
Aye.
Like I say, I've watched AEW, but I've kind of flipped in
But
and out.
I think you read something about her and you
But
were
an
like,
alien or
"Is it?"
something?
and you said surely there's no an alien in AEW, and
I
I was
know.
like, aye, but I'll put it to you, I think Statlander's a great in-ring performer,
I thought she looked good as well.
but she touches people on the nose as if she's like some sort of ET thing, and I just think
That comes across like an old WWE gimmick, doesn't
Aye.
it? One of the stupid.
and again, I like the match. Riho, I know you don't really, you can't really take to her because she's so wee, and
I don't see how somebody. What would happen if she fought Awesome Kong and she beat her? How is that believable?
aye, well, she beat Nyla Rose, didn't she?
And how is that believable? I know, obviously, we know it's choreographed and all that, blah, blah, blah. But it's got to be a bit of realism about it. And somebody who weighs 90 pounds soaking wet, I just don't see how she can turn up and beat women at 150, 160 pounds.
Aye, well, again, it was I still enjoyed this match. Rio still had some good moves. enjoyed the match until what I'm going to call. They're meant to be called the Nightmare Collective, but I called them
my
the
God.
Shitmare Collective.
Like I say, I watched last week's The Full Show, and honest to God, the Nightmare Collective is one of the worst things I've ever seen in years. Especially with Brandy Rhodes. Why she's even a talent, or allegedly a talent, I'll never know.
Well, she had the one match at, was it Fyter Fest?
I think, aye. Was that her debut in it? That was her first ever in ring.
And she was.
It was terrible.
She was
It
crap.
terrible.
And now they're making her Awesome Kong and.
But even she was on the commentary before on. She was terrible during that as well.
Aye. She was like slagging Excalibur and
That's
saying,
right,
"Oh,
aye.
do you take that mask off in the shower and all this?" And
I know, she's just...
like, no bother, you've.
That was a whole load of crap.
But
To be perfectly honest with you, I could have pushed it better than that stuff.
right, no bother, deal. Right, so the Dark Order, we're going to next. And I've put down Luke Harper, but I don't know, because you told me, how long is it that he can't come into AEW for? If he is signing that as?
He's got a 90,
Is it usually 90 day,
90 day clause.
the compete, innit?
Non-competitive clause or something it's called.
Because that's what, when I said to you about Hangman a few weeks ago, about he seemed dead lost in any direction, I actually thought that would be something that they could maybe do him. Maybe put him in that as the leader of the Dark Order, just as a surprise, but they're obviously going down the route with him and the Elite now.
Aye.
So, Jinx are absolute stick on that it's going to be Harper, it's going to be in that.
Aye, but then there was, I'm chucking this one in, like, Matt Hardy as well.
Is he
started
released?
to-
Is he actually released now?
I read something about it. I don't know whether it was.
In fact, has he taken? No, he's no. I was going to say, has he taken WWE off his Twitter? His
not
Twitter
sure.
handle. I'm not too sure. But then again, they brought him in for Impact, or in Ring It. Well, he left Impact and went to Ring of Honor. And he was quite popular with the Delete, wasn't he? But that never really kicked on in WWE. That kind of fell by the wayside, didn't it, pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, right.
But the Dark Order, again, I'm no the.
You're not a fan of them, aren't you? Know? His Dale walks in with a mask on.
He's got his Lucha.
No, Ultimo Dragon, innit?
Ultimate Dragon, aye.
Double signed.
Double signed.
Double signed.
By who?
Ultimo Dragon.
And who else?
Just Ultimo Dragon.
But he signed it twice.
Is that good?
Oh, dear.
Right. Are you? So you're not? Wait.
Dale's just showing me the mask, aye.
Those two bits to ask
That's
them
a
to sign
different.
it.
Is that not a different
Same
signature?
signature. I signed it twice. I was like, oh, use a second bit to you.
They probably didn't even understand a word you said. Right. So you're not that keen. I think the
still
Dark Order.
don't-
I think there could be something.
If it is Luke Harper, if he does sign with EW, which is, it's looking likely. With some of the stuff some of the stuff I've been reading online. If it is Luke Harper that it's unveiled as like the guy that runs the show with the Dark Order,
Aye.
it would be, for me, it would be amazing, because Luke
He is
Harper,
talented.
he's changed his name on Instagram and everything like that to Brody Lee, which was his indie name.
Right.
So I think it's just a matter of time. Obviously, 90 days to wait. The Dark Order would still keep doing the build-up thing, but
That's what I think Luke's looking like.
hopefully if he turns up, I'd maybe get into them a bit more. But at the moment, I'm not into them. But that's just for me.
Like I said, I think there's something to them, but I know they came out during one of the matches last week, but I just think I think it's an absolute certainty that Harper, that's where he'll end up.
Aye.
Unless they've got something else planned for him that nobody knows about, but I think it makes sense for him to join the Dark Order because he's kind of maybe dark history with the Wyatt family. I think he's still seen as that kind of dark character, isn't he?
Aye.
So I think it'd be a natural fit for him to the Dark Order.
Aye, and it's obviously cult.
It's like, and that's what the Wyatt family was like, wasn't it? With him.
And he's got the kind of, he gets like the crazy eyes in his face. He's got the good thing, kind of.
The thing is, he was just getting himself back in shape when he came back from injury in WWE, and then that was him. He was back in himself again. They never used him. They never done anything with him at all. Right, so we'll leave Dark Order there then. Right, the next match was, well, I don't know if this was in order or no, but it was Cody and Dustin. They defeated the Lucha Brothers.
Aye, what I thought about this, great match, old school style for Cody and Dustin versus high flying Lucha Libre style for the Lucha Brothers. Definitely enjoyed this match.
I thought it was good. Obviously, there wasn't much story mode to, well, nothing that's going to continue. But I enjoyed it as well. But then again, I think Dustin, I don't think there's anything he does that is bad now. Because that, for me, the best fight I saw last year was him and Cody. Because you know yourself, I hate this flip-flop wrestling. I hate suicide dives because I don't mind it if you don't see it much. But if you flick on Raw, mate, see if you watch 5 out of the 7 matches they've got in bloody 3 years, you'll see about 3 suicide dives, at least.
Aye, we'll look at
And that's how I like old school wrestlers like Dustin and Cody, because they were never brought up on flipping somersaults outside the ring and that. That's why I like them.
Well, I think AEW, I love AEW what they're doing, but it's suicide dives and super kicks a lot, to be honest.
I think they super kicks,
it's a wee bit just too much. For
especially with, what do you call them?
the Young Bucks.
Oh, they're every second move's a super kick.
I mean, they're meant to be, well, obviously a lot of people think they're the best in the world, but I wouldn't say so.
No, I think Luchas are a bit better than them, they know.
I think the Revival is another one I'd like to see them come to AEW, but
Well,
again, apparently WWE are going to sign them now, but they've no signed them yet.
they'll just throw money at them just to keep them there because they don't want anybody going to AEW, especially with them AEW announcing the day that that's them on TNT until 2023, with the possibility of another show coming as well this year maybe. So WWE will see AEW as long term now that they signed a new contract, so they want to keep other so-called top stars.
But what did you know? Did you know say something a wee while ago when I sent you the second show? You think it's maybe a bit
well, it'd be good if it was
premature.
Well, I think that would be premature right now because they're not exactly they're barely popping a million for their A show. So I think it was Eric Bischoff that said when he got a phone call that WCW were going to make another show, Thunder, and he said he knew that was the beginning of the end because they weren't ready for another show. Nitro was basically their main show. They didn't see why they had to filter a second show for maybe lesser talent, and that's how I hope it's like you say, like AEW Dark, where it's just like it's not taken as seriously as like a SmackDown as a B show.
Yeah, I just thought their dark matches are good on YouTube. I've seen.
But that's what I mean. It'd be good if that was on TV.
Aye.
They just promoted that on TV, but I don't think they should get anywhere near a second show when they can't even like top a million for the ratio. I think that's. I mean, then you're asking the audience to split their. Do we like that show? I think you just stick with one show, don't you?
Aye, because I've seen some better matches on Dark than on Dynamite.
Aye.
Some weeks.
Aye.
No, every week there is some matches on Dark where you just aren't interested, but there is some good matches that I've seen on Dark.
So to sum up, Cody and Dustin and the Luchas before them are solid, didn't they? So
Aye.
especially Cody and Dustin, I don't think you'll see a bad match with them in AEW. No many anyway.
No, definitely no.
Right, I'll get into this one. This is MJF was in the ring with Warlow, who I'm not really sure what he's actually doing now, Warlow.
No, he just sort of stands there with the lips, kind of a big pouty lip.
Do you know who it reminds me of? Like,
And-
remember Batista? Maybe they brought him in as part of the Revolution.
Aye.
No, the Evolution, sorry,
Aye.
the Evolution. And he was just like a bodyguard, wasn't he, in the beginning? Because it was Flair, Triple H, Orton, and Batista. But Batista was kind of like the guy who just sat in the background, wasn't he?
Aye.
And that seems as if that's what this guy, although
He's meant to be, well, if the stipulation goes forward, he's going to be in a steel cage match or something, is he, with Cody?
aye.
That could be.
So Diamond Dallas Page comes to the ring, which was actually quite funny with MJF.
Aye.
Talking about his daughter and that, in no uncertain terms.
Aye, they took her back to the hotel room and Dallas Page lost it, but I enjoyed it, but Dallas Page,
I didn't, but did you
Johnny-
actually? But why Diamond Dallas Page? Why?
they had that wee bit. They done the promo. Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? They came out and he told him to kiss his ring then or something
Aye.
as well, didn't he? So there was a bit of history between them then. I think Dallas Page has seen this guy as a this young upstart kind of guy, and he's like trying to say, what you,
That's Dale, by the way.
what you. I'm this old school guy. You're this upstart. You're disrespecting wrestling in general. You're
Do you think he's
silver spoon baby kind of
do you
thing.
think he's trying to give him a bit of rub the now? Because do you know what I mean? Maybe push him on a wee bit.
Uh,
I'm not sure I like the thought of DDP getting into a tag match.
he still does the
I know.
yoga's meant to keep you fit.
I know, but I think when you're 60 man, what age is he? He must be about 60, 60
I think
man.
he's 60, either very late 50s or early 60s.
I think it's early 60s, I'm not sure. Don't get me wrong, he looked great for his age, didn't he, last week? But
He'd probably kick your asses, man.
that would have been hard. Well, don't get me wrong, what he's done for, especially in WWE, is brilliant. Again, like WWE, they wasted him, brought him in, made him get smashed after Undertaker in about 5 minutes, and that was the end of him. Right, we'll go to the most important one. Like I said, this is just going to be a short one. I've never done this before, so I'll get it into
What do
me.
you think right now before you go into this? What do you feel being recorded and doing this? Is it having fun?
It's alright, but
Are you a bit more relaxed?
I'm more
'Cause you're-
relaxed. You see me Photoshop myself.
Yeah, it's cool anyway. Like let's go on with it. Just asking you how you're doing. So
Aye, well, like I say, I've no, you know yourself, you know what's AEW casually, probably, I'd say, whereas you've really watched everything.
aye.
But I kind of, not that I don't like it, but I've not got my teeth into it yet.
I think it's one of the ones I need to love this. It's one of the ones
It's
I'm
because
desperate to
WWE's
love it
bored you, mate, for
because
for about 15 years.
WWE's just annoyed me to this. If I don't, I think
When's the
it's
last time you actually sat down and watched a full Monday Night Raw? Honestly. No, a full show.
2018 maybe. Like as in no fast forward anything.
Aye, well, in fact,
I don't know.
what was the last time you watched back-to-back Raws, like 2 weeks in a row, full show?
Without actually
Aye, just
skipping them,
sit and watching it.
I don't know.
About 5 years?
Maybe longer.
I've
Don't
not
know,
watched.
I just can't because there'll be a match that just doesn't make sense to me. I know it's just got to be.
The thing that annoys me about WWE and why I don't watch it anymore is, one, well, it's not very good, obviously, but two, it's like they push a guy for 6 weeks, really push him, and then they stop the push, and then they'll go with somebody else. They'll go with Dolph Ziggler, then they'll cut the legs away for Dolph Ziggler, and then they'll push somebody else, like The Miz, and then The Miz will go on a great run, and then they'll stop The Miz's run, and they'll go with something. I mean, and plus when I seen Shane McMahon win a trophy for the best in the world, that was kind of the end of it for me. Right, anyhow, never mind WWE, we'll talk about that another time.
Aye.
Right, the last one I want to get into is Jericho and Moxley. Now, that I did enjoy, well, briefly, because I thought it was great up until when he said he was joining and he put a t-shirt on, you knew it was happening right after that.
Aye.
But me and you agreed that it would have been great if he actually did join it and that was the end of the show.
Aye, for a couple of weeks.
Aye,
It'd
like,
been
for a
good.
build up to pretend that he joined but then turn on Jericho.
Aye.
And the lead up to the pay-per-view, because the pay-per-view's in the 29th of February, innit?
Yeah.
So you still get plenty of weeks to go to build it up. So I think it could, even for the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Aye, like run the show with Jericho, like Kid Oney's with Inner Circle.
Taking over AEW.
Taking some of his cash, driving the car, him and Jericho driving in the car
Good
and all
mates and
that.
that, aye.
And
And then he could have,
drinking the bubbly and all that crap.
and then he could have turned on him obviously and showed him who he's like his true colours.
Aye, and say this was just thought to wind you up and get right in your head before a match. It'd been really
I
good.
think it'd been much better than that. Whereas I text you after I watched it, and I said to you that was predictable that he was going to turn straight away. Whereas it would have been a surprise if he actually went with them. And you'd have thought, right, when you going to hit him? When you going to hit him? And then he didn't. That would have been much better.
I know.
But whereas it did happen, so you kind of knew that was going to come.
Aye.
So, right, well, that was just a brief recap of last week. Obviously, AEW's on tonight, Wednesday, when we're recording this. And hopefully next week, Dale.
We want you to talk instead of listen.
Well, hopefully Dale will be feeling a bit better since he's under the weather this week. So, we'll go through much more in depth AEW next week. And I'm actually going to watch, I don't know about you, well, probably better for you, that'd be pointless me talking myself. I'll probably watch a lot of Raw this week. I'll definitely watch the matches anyway.
Aye, well, I read about Raw this week, but I tried to watch. I was going to watch it, and then I decided what I read it. I just still thought, no thanks. I watched snippets of videos, like just slight wee highlight videos, and I just didn't like it. What I seen still.
The thing about Raw that I didn't like still watching is because you had matches, right, but it was like 5 minutes long, maximum. It was like really, really short matches. Nobody could really, do you know what I mean? Like nobody could get a good run together because they never had enough time to show what they can do in the ring. So you felt as if you'd only seen glimpses of wrestlers. Whereas the good thing about AEW, to a certain extent, is even their matches on Dynamite, they're minimum 9-10 minutes long. So you're actually getting to see an actual full match constantly every week on Dynamite. But then there's the other thing I've seen people complaining about they're too long. It should be kept for pay-per-view.
You were kind of
Well,
getting
there was
annoyed with how long the matches were.
The only thing that disappointed me was it was alright to start with, like the longer matches, but then I didn't see much promo work. Like Baldwin, like I said to you about Adam Page, what's his focus in AEW right now? There was nothing about him. He didn't cut a promo backstage. He didn't come to the ring himself and cut a promo at the start of the second hour when everybody's tuned in for the second hour.
I definitely want to see more promos for the up and coming guys, but you've said in the past before they still need to have Jericho and Moxley a lot more because they are the bigger stars.
Let's be honest, they're the ones that draws the money, aren't they? Is Moxley and Jericho.
When you still like MJF on the mic, he is up there, and then Cody's still going to get time as well, and his is more like an emotional kind of promos into it.
He's old school, isn't he? Him and Dustin are old school. Because that's what I was saying about their match earlier. It wasn't so much the wrestling match was good, but it was everything that led into the match that made it, you couldn't take your eyes off it. Just all the emotion on it because of the storyline.
It was good.
But I also think that MJF, I don't think there's any doubt he's going to be top heel probably in wrestling for a long time to come, isn't he?
I really like MJF. Really good.
Right, so like I said, I've said this about 3 times now. Next week we'll get into more depth with match by match and maybe try and break it down a wee bit and maybe get into storylines a wee bit more because like I said, we've never done this before, so we're just trying to try nobody's nervous next week. And Dale, you'll participate, won't you?
People say yes, and people can't see.
People actually can't see somebody nodding their head when it's just audio.
I can ring a bell. Ring once from home, yes for 3 times.
Right, on that note, we're definitely going to leave it.
Right, thanks for tuning in.
And we'll be back next week for episode 2, where I promise we'll get into much more depth next week. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.